What is up guys, I'm Nexal back with another video, and today I'm here to give you guys some info about the next installment in the Far Cry series. I know it's a bit early to even talk about the next Far Cry because Far Cry 6 was just launched last month. There's been some info about what the next Far Cry is probably gonna be like. So as usual, without wasting your time, let's get into the video. Earlier this year in June, Bloomberg's reporter and industry insider Jason Schreier said that the next entry in the Far Cry franchise from Ubisoft would take a radically different direction from the usual tone of the series. He said that, from what I have heard, if I remember correctly, they are aiming to go in a radically different direction for Far Cry after Far Cry 6. From this we can say that the game is going to be focused around the online components for a significant part of it. There is also a report from industry insider Jeff Grubb that says Far Cry 7 is in development and it's going to be a live service game.
Live service game.
It seems like Ubisoft is taking a different direction for all their big franchises. As in July, Ubisoft announced the next installment in the Assassin's Creed franchise, which is gonna be a live service game. The game is called Assassin's Creed Infinity, but that's a topic for another video. Far Cry has always been a profitable and well-loved franchise for Ubisoft. The huge success and recognition of the franchise came shortly after the release of Far Cry 3, as the game was loved by almost everyone worldwide. Yeah, I know that Far Cry 2 was a great game, but the point is that even though Far Cry 2 was great, it wasn't enough to make the franchise well known. Me myself played Far Cry 3 over numerous times as it had a fun-filled open world, lots of special moments, iconic villains, and a lot more. But after the release of Far Cry 3, the next installments in the franchise have always been following the same trend of Far Cry 3. The games would have a massive open world filled with vegetations and wildlife. It would have an insane psychopathic leader controlling the lands, and the objective of us, the players, is to eradicate the enemy force and the leader from the land for good. If you ask me if something is wrong with that, I would say absolutely nothing. The only thing that has been bothering me is the repetitiveness of the games, as most of them after Far Cry 3 were mostly like a reskin of Far Cry 3. Talking about Far Cry 6, even though the game had the most spacious place yet, it felt bland at times. The main villain, Andres Castillo, played by Giancarlo Esposito, felt like a cameo villain instead of the main bad guy. We rarely get a chance to interact with him in the entire game. Hell, there isn't even a badass boss fight in the whole game. The worst thing about the game is the bullet sponge enemies. Oh my god, I hate this RPG crap a lot, as it makes the game less realistic and boring. Even though I tried turning off the health meter of the enemies, it never made a difference as it takes a lot of bullets to kill a normal soldier. Ubisoft did the same thing with Assassin's Creed as turning the franchise into an all-out war-based game instead of focusing more on the stealthy assassin elements that it originally had. I still remember those days when it took me more than 50 slashes to kill an enemy in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah, I know it's RPG, but it's kinda lame and boring to be honest. Well, coming back to the topic, before the release of Far Cry 7, I think we could get a Far Cry 6 spin-off, like Far Cry New Dawn, which was a spin-off of Far Cry 5. I really wish Ubisoft could stop mixing the lame RPG mechanics with at least the Far Cry series, as it takes the fun out of the game. Far Cry 7 is in fact a major project for Ubisoft, and I hope they could deliver a much better game by learning what went wrong with Far Cry 6. If you guys enjoyed this video, show some love in the form of likes and comments. Until next video, bye bye.